Hello and welcome to IT Security Labs. My name is Howard and today we're going to complete Hawk from HackTheBox. This is a medium machine and it's a Linux machine. So I'm going to use the guided mode today to see how this is going to work. We started the virtual machine and our main goal here is to learn ethical hacking in a hands-on environment that is safe. So I connected to HackTheBox, access the retired machine, and here's the IP address. So I'm going to copy it. Going to our Kali here, if I do an IPA, you'll notice that I'm already connected to HackTheBox VPN. So you need to be connected to the VPN. And I also have a folder in my machines, HackTheBox Hawk, so I can stay organized. So what I like to do is I like to start with an Nmap, something like this. And this is going to say, Nmap, can you please go and scan using and find some service versions? And also let me know in real time when we're scanning. So Nmap is a network mapper 10.10.102. It should be responding. Why is it not responding? Let's start there. We're already starting not owning. Okay, there we go. So it's responding. It's just not liking my Nmap. So what I can do is a -pn, no np, no ping, but I still want service versions to see. Okay, so now that we're scanning, you can see that port 22 is open, port 21 is open, which is interesting. 21, we don't usually see that. So 21 is port for FTP, so we need to look into that right away. But after our scan here, we notice that we have port 21. This is the version of VSFTPD. There might be a vulnerability for this, but it's worth checking to make sure that we have covered our bases. You might be that quick, but I don't think so. Denial of service attack, I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in remote code execution. Okay, I don't see RCE. But since it's FTP, what I can do is, let's go and see if we can sign in as anonymous by going to a new tab, FTP, to that IP address. And the user is going to be anonymous. This is what we usually just do. Okay. I want to be in passive mode. Now let's start browsing. All right, so let's go to the messages folder. And I can do an dir. No, it's ls. ls-la. Oh, I guess. Oh, wait a second. ls-la. I've Drupal.txt.encrypted. So it's a hidden file. So I can say get. Is it mget or get? I always forget about this. But before I do this, let me exit out of here. CD machines. Let me make sure that I'm in the right folder. And then this machine is called Hawk. Okay, now we FTP from our folder. That way we can steal CD messages. And there. It's in ls, but we see nothing but ls-la shows us that we have this. Now let's steal that file, mget or get. I always just try. Yes, I would like to get that file. Okay, now exit. We just looted the file. ls-la, so it's an encrypted file. So let's see what it has. It's a bunch of base64. Okay, pipe to base64-d. Let's just decode it. Oh, it's salted. I'm going to use perplexity. How to crack. Let's see what this is going to come up with. Let's also use ChatGPT. So in ChatGPT, I need a tool to crack something like that. Let's see who gives me the better answer. Okay, so identify the file. We did that. Drupal OpenSSL is decoded. Okay, decode base 64. So we do something like this. Brute force. So we need to use brute forcer. Okay, there we go. ChatGPT to the rescue. We'd like to do that. We're decoding and saving the results in Drupal decoded. Okay, to Drupal decoded.enc, we get this. That's what they are saying here. Then we need to brute force the password. We can use brute force this tool here. Where is that? These two attempts to decrypt the file using word list. If you're using Kali, this tool is pre-installed. Okay, if not, you can install it yourself. Okay, so this is good. This is really good. It's already installed on Kali, so we're using this tool to find out what the encryption password is that lied. I guess we can install it directly. So we're installing a tool to decrypt the file that we just looted. All right, so we installed the tool. Now let's do it again. Oh, that was quick. Tried this password, tried password. Password candidate, friends, really? All right, so we found the password is friends. Now, what are they saying to do? Okay, now we can decrypt the file using the word friends. Is ChatGPT just, is this AI pulling answers from online or something? How did he know that it was friends? So we're using OpenSSL now to go to that file and output the actual information to Drupal.txt using the password friends. Okay, now if we do this, get Drupal.txt, we now, Daniel, following the password for your portal. Okay, so we actually get the actual password here for Daniel. Please let us know if you have any questions, IT department. So what portal are they talking about? All right, so we got some information, but they're talking about a portal. We don't know of a portal yet because we haven't visited the site yet. Okay, here's Drupal. Oh, is there a version somewhere? We'll probably find a version and a vulnerability for Drupal. But for now, let's just, Daniel, let's just sign in the password and see. So we have a username of Daniel. It doesn't work on the portal, but did Daniel reuse the password? SSH Daniel at this IP address. This will be the easiest one of them all. If we just SSH as Daniel. So we have to try the credentials on everything. Just because they said it was for the portal doesn't mean that we don't have to try them. Okay, so the password doesn't work for SSH. Paste the clipboard again. Okay, so it doesn't work for SSH, but at least we tried. Now let's go here and say, if Daniel doesn't work, what about admin? And the same password. It's worth trying. Oh wait, it worked. It worked. Yeah, it was admin and that same password. So again, password reuse is a thing. So if Daniel is the admin here, Daniel probably has access. So go to my account, edit. Okay. Configuration. What I now need is the version of this Drupal to see if it has any vulnerabilities or not. Drupal security pen testing 2, hack tricks, Drupal. Okay, grab. Okay, so if we discover that it's a Drupal enumeration, curl that, grab M2. What is that? Oh, that will show us the version. Let's just go here. What is the version of this thing? Drupal 7. Okay, let's see. 7.58, less than 7.58. Remote code execution. Okay, there's another one here. There's another one there. Everybody's talking about remote code execution. Let's look at ExploitDB. Drupal gone. 7.58 is there. Okay, we can try to do that. Or we can just go and do it by hand. I think I've done this before. I've got modules up here. With Drupals, if you do Drupal module RCE, by uploading modules containing malicious code. Yeah, something like this. So let's look in Hacktricks again. Here, you need the plugin to code to be installed. Check modules PHP. If it returns 4.3, exists. If not, so here's what they're doing. Modules. Click add on the add content, select basic or article, and write PHP code. So we go here in the modules we need. So make sure that the enable PHP filter to be evaluated is actually enabled by hitting the save button at the bottom. So a PHP code format has been created. Let's go and visit that. All right. So now we need to use PHP filter evaluator. Can I click on that? Maybe add content. I think that's what they said. There's a new content. So let's just choose add new content at the top here. This is going to be, according to this, we need to choose an article. The title is going to be test. And then I'm just going to use simple PHP reverse shell that you can Google out there in the body. So this will give me command execution in the browser. So I chose an article that is there. For the tags, I'll just say test PHP. It doesn't matter really. HTML format with the text format, it should be PHP code. I forgot to change that. That's why it wasn't working. Now if I save, ooh, it's complaining about something. But that's not a problem. Question mark CMD equals to ID. Let's see. All right, so we do have code execution. This is a classic Drupal command execution. So this is now something that we can use to get a reverse shell. And for our reverse shell, we can just run pretty much any command that we want in the ID section here. You know what? Let's fire up Burp Suite. Doing it from the browser is not working. So we're going to fire up Burp Suite and see if we can URL encode things in there that way. So say OK. We'll say next. Start burp. Right, so I'll go to the proxy. Probably need to go to my settings, make sure that I can allow. Here I need to find the Burp Suite browser, allow the sandbox stuff, then open the browser. I just prefer the Burp Suite browser that way. Then from here, I'll say this is what we were doing. HTTPS, this is going to be HTTP. And there we go. So go to the site. I'll just turn the interception off for now. Put admin and the password that we found earlier, which will be this one, and log in. Okay, what is this? Execute blank. Okay, I need the password again. Okay, I don't need to sign in. I can just send it this query and my reverse shell will work. So now that it's doing that, let's send this via burp on. Just send the ID command. Okay, what we now need to change is the ID command to be the command that we've been running, which is this bash command. And we need to bring it over here. Instead of ID, we'd like to run this. But this needs to be URL and again, just right click and go to URL, encode key characters. Okay, that works. Send this to repeater. That way we can watch it. Okay, nothing. Go back here. We got a reverse shell, so it works with Burp Suite. It doesn't work with the other one. But here, cd search home. We can do an ls Daniel, cd Daniel, ls cat user.txt. If we can open it, muscle memory just kicked in there for me. Right, now that we have a user flag, we can now go back and say we need to escalate our privileges here. what are the ways that we can do so? One of the things that I know about Drupal is that it does have a settings.php in var ww. All right, here's settings.php. It's a file that I was remembering that it does come with the user defined. Let's see. Yeah. So we'll allow local host only. There's a proxy config. There we go. Database default, username, password. So this is defining the SQLite. The password for Drupal is Drupal for Hawk. So this is really good information here, because now we're finding the MySQL username and password. That's good for the database. All right, so we found the password. This is a very specific password, Drupal Hawk. So let's try this one with our SSH command this time, because last time we tried SSH, didn't work. Daniel at, and say this is the password that I found for this SQL database. Since there's password reuse, what on the world is this? Oh, it's a Python. Use Python OS module to get a shell. That's what I want. There we go. So import OS system bin bash. You will have to know that. So AI is here to help us. I'm using AI for everything, but I knew what I was looking for. Okay, now that I did that, here's user.text sudo-l. The password for Daniel is Drupal Hawk that we found. So let's see if there's anything that we will need here. Okay, there is no sudo commands for Daniel. We can look for SUIDs here. Here's a find command. Oh, I guess, you know what? Forget the SUIDs. So SUIDs, we can try to find those. We can also use PSPy. So here I can say locate PSPy 64. I would like to use PSPy. So I'm copying PSPy 64 here. Python 3-m http.server 180. Now I just need to copy my PSPy. I'll copy that to my temp folder. cd such tmp wget such PSPy 64. All right, now I have my PSPy 64 in here. All right, now let me just run it. So I want to spy on what's running, what processes are running on this system. That's why I'm running PSPy 64 right now. I want to see, so I can scroll up and down. What I'm looking for is anything that's running is not as us, but also that's interesting. All right, here is a something that's running. It's a Java, a jar. It's running with UID of 0. That must be root. And it's running in opt bin h2. Whatever this thing is, I'm interested in, because it's running as root. So what I can do is go find out. Hey, what is that? Google that. What is going to come up? Okay, I see a bunch of write-ups for the Hawk machine, but it's in opt h2. H2 database, remote code execution. Okay, we don't know the version though. 1.496, is there a version in here? Yeah, it's 1.496 here. All right, we found a remote code execution vulnerability. I like this. So I will just borrow this script, copy that. So let's go here and say, well, we need to get out of here. Let's clear this. Then nano exploit.py. Then let's give it that. Control X, Y, enter. Python 3. exploit.py and then -h is saying for the host, use this. All right, so in order for us to run it on the victim is Python 3 exploit.py, and the host is going to be localhost on port 8082. I guess we could have seen that. We can specify a database URL, but since we are running it here, it should just work. Okay, ID. We go to root access. So we use the public exploit to get root. Let's go to search root ls. Get root.txt. I guess it is a full shell, but for now, for me, I think we will consider this done. So thank you very much for following along. This was a wonderful machine. I enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. Please like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if there's something that we missed. Otherwise, see you next time.